Right. We got another strategy for you today, and I'm really, I know I did well up, but I'm really looking forward to casting this one for you here today. The idea is simple. Both Love the Beeves and Mac user are going to try to wall in their opponents. How are they going to do that? Well, first of all, they come over to their gates and they're going to drop down houses in front of those gates. That will limit to a certain degree the movement of both yellow and red, as they will not want to delete their walls and leave their base exposed. Eventually you follow this up with stone walls. Villager got attacked over here, and then this scout is just going to chase down the red scout. Should be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but this one really starts when you get to feudal age and these stone walls come out. Normally I like to go for 20 pop and then just start with the stone walls, but the house edition is something that you can definitely add to this, because it just makes sure that everything is in their base. They haven't snuck out villagers or have military buildings forward, which could really surprise you and not be very fun for you. Yellow reaching feudal age first, which is slightly surprising to me. You would think that both Beeves and Mac user would be faster up, but they had to invest into Loom as well as all of the idle time coming forward. Looks like they want to full wall in yellow first, as yellow has made more progress and potentially is quite scary if they go for a castle drop with showtells. There's a Beeves walling over on this side. Actually, I thought I saw a villager over here, but that villager was just getting hunted down by a wolf. There you go. This is what I'm talking about. Now it is time to implore and enjoy. I tried to cast this one earlier before, but I didn't do a very good job. Reason being that I had it too slow of a speed earlier on. This is quite a long strategy, and this is exactly what you want to avoid. If he now targets this fill, I think he might just be able to get it. Is he going to actually delete his... Ooh, my oh my oh my oh my oh my oh my. That's a mistake to a certain degree. Now there needs to be another wall behind this, and you need to get out either monks or you need to get out onagers in order to destroy them. I love how the text from Mac user comes through. Haha, you're walled in. What are you going to do? Ooh, get this wall, get this wall. No, not that one. Yes. Ooh, so close over here. We're not really looking over at Beeves' side. It's a very calm ordeal over here. I love this strategy so much. It's such a silly strategy, but very enjoyable nonetheless. 2 layers of wall coming up absolutely everywhere, and castle now on the way for both Beeves and Mac user. Another tower will be required over here. If he targets this wall, if he's very smart and he targets... Oh no, there's a gold pile behind it. If he targets this wall over here, he might be able to get through. Now realizes that there is... Ooh, this is spicy. This might actually be a breakthrough right here. If blue doesn't wall fast enough... Wow, nice job. Palisade wall because he didn't have the res. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, now stone wall because he got some more stone coming in. I didn't really talk too much about the Civs. Red is just perfectly content. He's like, man, this is the best game ever. I got the boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. We're going full knights. It is all right. How are knights going to get through 3 layers of stone wall, especially with mangonels behind as well as... We gotta slow this down because there's too much happening over on the front here. I still think yellow could have done a better job. He knows the importance of getting through. 2 petards here would get him out of this cage. I just think he is very one-dimensional here in his thinking and wants to get out by means of his showtell and tower. That should work. Petards are stupid. Everybody knows petards are stupid, but actually they're not all that stupid. They're pretty dang good at breaking out of a situation like this. Now the mango is going to come over and clear up all of these showtails. Showtails do not have tons of HP. Look at that one shot. Oh my goodness gracious. That did so much work over there already. Even needs to stonewall this back area over here again, just in case those petards do come out. Fortified wall is a great pickup as well in Castle Age, so that it takes 3 petards to break through every 1 segment of stonewall. Now a stonewall is only as strong as your weakest link, and Red has decided that this is Beeves' weakest link. I like the follow-up with a castle from Beeves himself. Now if you do have a castle like this, it's important that you reach Castle Age, or sorry, Imperial Age before your opponent, for if you don't, what will happen is they will trap down your castle and you'll have a hard time keeping them from breaking free. The stone walls behind is also very, very nice addition. You can go for bombard cannons as well in Imperial Age. That works great. And eventually you're going to have to stonewall all of this side area, as well as the opponent will get onager and be able to chop their way through. So there's a couple of very interesting moments where you're very weak with this strategy. The first part is obviously just when you start off, before you get your stone walls up. I think is the most risky business. You saw that yellow almost broke through over here when that occurred. And then Imperial Age, as they've been booming for a longer period of time, they're most likely going to hit Imperial Age. However, that's not the case because they're free TCing, and both Beeves and Mac user are 1 TCing. If you're in a situation like this, don't just boom. Eventually you're going to run out of res in your little trap and you're not going to be able to do anything. It's going to be much worse than you think it is. In addition, you have this castle over here, which if Beeves is smart, is just going to immediately construct a trap. No, gonna go for chemistry. That's a little bit surprising. I mean, chemistry works just as well at taking down castles, but if you do have the castle here, why not get a trebuchet out? Of course, it's easier for me to say in hindsight 2020 than it is for them to do it in the exact moment. Another castle being constructed over here. Come on, give me a treb. Give me a treb. That is all I want. 2 castles, not gonna be a trap. Ooh. Bombards, 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 bombards. Needs a little bit more res, that's probably why. Bombards, bombards, bombards. This should be only thought on your mind at this point. Okay, he is constructing some bombards. First one was already out. I am just slow to the party. And he should be able to clear up both of these areas. Red actually should have clicked to Imperial Age significantly earlier, in my opinion. He has so much gold floating, like 4,000 gold. Why aren't you up yet? I can't really fault them too much as it is 1,000 elo. I love how they're separated from each other by means of this stone wall over here, and then they're separated from the outer arena by means of these stone walls over here. Just a very enjoyable and satisfying strategy to watch. The bombard cannon's now doing work, and it should become a bombard war. This is normally a spot where it's tricky for the wall holders to hold, but in this situation it didn't turn out that way, and I think the reason is the overboom from both red and hello, my name is yellow. These just picked up fortified wall. I was gonna say, did he not pick up fortified wall? That's a great one to have if you are trying to break through. Castles are not a bad thing. If you build these castles, say, more defensively, and then just mass up a whole bunch of petards, you might be able to get through on your opponents. Also look at the overall military count. Still significantly more for yellow and red than for Beeves and Mac user in the teal and blue, but they have the advantage as these things outrange like crazy. Yeah, the Shotos would do work on these bombards if they could ever get out. Whew. A lot of things said. What would you do if you were in red situation? More castles defensively. That is always the answer. Victoria play from the boys might be a very good addition. They have decided to start that process whenever they have the gold and stone required. B's actually focusing more on economy. I love Mac User. He is so all in. This dude is so all in. Every single game that he plays, he just goes full gung-ho. And this is what I was thinking. It was probably going to be a bombard war for a very long period of time. Now this is great for B's and Mac User because they can do this indefinitely with the Vitoria, which is one of the main reasons why you pick Portuguese rather than Byzantines, who have the higher HP on their walls, or Spanish, who have the faster construction time so that you can wall in your opponent faster, thus having a stronger economy. I also love how he is re-walling segments of wall that have been destroyed. That's a very, very good use of your time. Not a good use of your time is to repair broken walls. It's better to just add additional layers behind. Oh my goodness, wait a second. What happened over here? I'm very sorry. I need to go back. Oh, this is what I was talking about with that castle. If that castle does go down, then it could be absolutely disastrous. Holy guacamole. Red is out. Sorry, I missed some very, very crucial stuff over here. Bombard war. I guess the castle's kind of got taken out by... Yeah, okay, it makes a lot of sense. Castle got taken out by all the bombard cannons over here. Wow, big shot there from Beeves. So I didn't want to miss that important part. That's kind of crucial here. How does he get through? Oh, he just targets the gate and there's not a stone wall behind, and that was the last layer of wall. And now a whole bunch of hussar. Ooh, nice re-wall. Except the bombard cannons are going to deal with the re-walled gate. Yeah, that's bad. Hussar are now in. Effectively, it's two of them out here and only one of the Beeves. Oh no, if only we built our base in our base. Haha. What would have been dumb? Haha. That's pretty funny. Everything is now rolling out. This is very, very bad. This is the one situation that you want to avoid because now everything can be raided. Oh, F. What a disaster over here. Absolute disaster. Help needs to come in. Or something. Arb, maybe? Hand cannoneers. Hand cannoneers is not a bad addition. It's going to be difficult to hold, but thankfully there's two players over here and only one player in the main area of the arena. This is epic. Absolutely epic. As the main eco gets raided, the Feitorias get destroyed. New Feitorias are being created. The Feitorias should maybe be placed over here, but he didn't expect Red to break through with what he did. More and more hand cannoneers are being desperately added to try and hold this. Pike is being added as well. There's absolute chaos going on everywhere. These Feitorias are not going to pay for themselves if these bombards deal with it. We have to go back and forth. There's stuff happening all over the freaking place. Hussar over here doing absolutely nothing. What is only now? How boomed up did Yellow get? Well, 136 villagers worth versus Beeves' 27 villagers. That's absolutely hilarious. Beeves could actually be defeated over here if he loses more vills, as he's down to his last 25. Thankfully, Mac User is over here, as well as the hand cannoneers. They should be able to deal with Red's composition at this point, and hopefully try and get a re-wall over here. Red doesn't want that to occur, obviously, so he's making stuff on the outside. 20 vills for Bees. More villagers going down. 10 villagers and counting down. The bombards are now going to be swallowed up. Can they get this Vitoria? That would be very unfortunate. Yes, they can. Rewall. Wow. Nuts. And they're back stuck. 9 villagers at this point. And the chokehold is back on. The gap has been plugged once more. Streaming the boys! Streaming. What is Yellow doing over here? I don't even know what Yellow is doing. Is he just backing up Reds? I have no... Oh, he's chopping. No way. Oh my god. What a game. What a game. So, Yellow, who has been basically doing nothing for a very long period of time, has been chopping this back area indefinitely, getting through on Mac User over here. Chop, 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 chop. Everybody, chop, chop, chop. Oh no. Oh no, there's no way that he's gonna realize this, is there? No. And this is why beeves over here wall this area. You normally put outposts, but they're completely consumed by red's actions over here. Chop, 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 chop. Everybody, chop, 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 chop. Everybody, chop, 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 chop. That's a Bob Dylan song, by the way. For those of you who don't know, Bob Dylan, he's a very famous artist, and he sings chop, 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 chop. Everybody. They're focusing over here. Oh my God, they're so down, they're so down. But he's actually not through because there's still stone walls over here. So many show tells. God dang it. They're elite as well. They have all of the upgrades. These houses are going to do nothing to keep Mac users safe. The hand cannoneers are going to be a great use. It's really funny because now they're just handling each other's opponents as a squad, as a team. They're signaling them out and destroying. Oh cool, you got Shotos, you're fully locked in here. This onager should have chopped continuously over here into the middle area. They have 200 Viligares, but they have no more resources, any morses. I want to know what is the wood and food sell price. Yeah, so they're just selling wood and food in order to get gold. They're out of gold. And Beeves and Mac User are not even close to being out of gold. Really needed a lot more military units over here. The bombard cannons will do pretty dang skippity again. Oh god, the Vittoria. The Vittoria! So many Vittorias have been lost in this game. That's pretty funny. Just run through! Get him! Get him! Save the Vittoria! Skirmishers now being added. Last layer of wall over here as well. Oh god, there's action happening absolutely everywhere. Bees should definitely signal this area, but that's a throw of the bombard cannons if I have ever seen it. Red is seeing a whole different tune now. He was all like, oh yeah, if only we had built eco inside of our own base. Now he's going, am I going to lose to the stupidest strategy around? I believe this was flared. Was this flared? This should definitely be flared. Yeah, it is flared. And it is now being indicated that this might be a problem. This might become an issue pretty soon. Although, if you're just going to throw all of your onagers, that's going to make it a lot less difficult to deal with. More showtails now coming in. They cleared up all of those hand cannoneers, double walls. If they do chop, yeah, just add walls behind. One thing that you can also do is chop to the outer layer, kind of like we do with the land wall strat on Amazon Tunnel, and then fill it in with stone walls yourself. So for example, chop from here to here and then stone walls yourself, because now they can still break through relatively easily. That makes it very, very difficult. Now ultimately with this strategy, oh my god, they broke through again. They broke through again. Man, the amount of breakthroughs that these individuals are having. You have to consider that they still have significantly more villagers, except they can't really make gold units. So as long as Mac User and Beeves are making gold units, breaks through by means of the bombard cannons over here. I was hoping that it was going to be petards or something even cooler, even more interesting. Double wall him up strategy, absolutely nuts. And I think both of them should be able to handle this composition of units. It doesn't have any gold units other than the bombard cannons in there. Rewall should actually just add additional layers here as well. Yellow doesn't want to get through over here. The bombard towers now finally getting out. That's what I was going to say before we had that crazy occurrence with the almost breakout over here, is that you probably want to add bombard towers everywhere and just slowly start to squeeze your opponent. The squeezing is really, really fun, in my opinion. Wait! No way! They're not giving it up. Yellow is chopping to red. That is hilarious. Technically, they could chop out this way, get through here, and then get out that way. Yellow is the siege onager chopper. And now they're going to be like, wait a second, how are red and yellow connected? Once again, one thing that you could do to avoid this, I know that there's a lot going on, especially at this ELO, like you already know, but you could chop through here and then stonewall this area. That's actually what Wall does in a lot of his strategies to keep them together. Now there's Showtells and the Hussar. So that must have been a surprise to both Beeves and Macus. Are like, wait, Matt Damon? What about Matt Damon? They're both pushing on the same side over here. I am very confused on why he said Matt Damon. Do not let them through. Was almost going to let them through. Just need to hold on this side. Need to add some bombard towers. Look at the stream of continuous skirmishers now. I mean, it must be getting to the point where yellow also is out of resources himself. And the push is on. Ooh, the chop around. But the funny thing is, Beeves was the one who did make the wall around chop. Yellow definitely wants to try and chop through over here. Should try and chop through this back area maybe. Could be an interesting play overall. And this is just life. This is just standard 1100 ELO life. If you're not playing like this, I think you're playing the game wrong, in my personal opinion. Look at all of the bombard cannons coming in. Bombards! We need a bombard! And now red is definitely singing a different tune than he was prior to this. What a strategy. I honestly forgot about this strategy and how much I love this strat and the stupidity of this strat. Here come the Shoto's little darling. It's alright. Shoto's actually quite gold heavy. Nice surround though. Trying to get those bombard cannons. We're having some camel archers in over there. Getting a whole bunch of bombard cannons. Now also coming in from the front. Oh my god, that was brutalage on those bombards. Bombards gone bards. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter all that much, as they technically have infinite gold with the feitorias. I want to know how many feitorias they actually have over here. Let me zoom out for a second. I want to see both these. Okay, so there's only a total of 6 feitorias. That's nuts. They did mine all the gold on the map as well. I think switching into more Vitoria play at this point could be useful to then get more bombard towers up, which would then allow you to push better. I think red and yellow really need a lot more siege in this situation to try and break free. It's a big ask though against 44 hand cannoneers. But ultimately at the end of the day, I don't think that Beeves and Mac User have that many more resources. Is there any way to see the resources gathered in between the game? I think that would be a very nice feature for Capture H to add. To see the statistics whenever you pause it would be great to see the timeline generated up to that point. Obviously no spoilers wanted. A breakout has occurred over here. I am once again not sure how this happened. Did they just... Oh, Trebs. Okay, Trebs. Okay, so Trebs broke through over in this area over here. There is a castle, so that will keep this area relatively safe if it's just Hussar coming out. Why is there a trade cart? What? Oh, they could chop trade over here as well. That is actually not a bad idea overall to chop trade. I wonder if Beeves has realized that they have broken through over here and are now running into the eco of both Mac User and himself. Although eco is a big word, there's still a little bit... Oh, organ guns! Okay. Smorgan guns? Smorgan guns are nice, but why are they over here? I have no idea why they're over here. Maybe there was a push that I missed or something in that nature. You guys tell me. You also missed the bombard tower creep on the right. Yeah, slow bombard creep. Um, it's 6 yourself. Okay. 6 and Mac user has 2. Oh no, I 4 and 6. Alright. Bomber tower creep on the right. Okay. Well, we'll take a look at that. We might as well watch it in full. If you're gonna do it right. If you're gonna do it right. If you're gonna look at all these pings, look at this map too. I mean, just look at that. That is crazy. Absolute. They have trade going here. That's so funny. Definitely gotta chop a better trade if you want to keep trading like that. Not the worst idea overall to keep trading. They could cut that off eventually. Alright, let's take a look at the bombard creep over here. I think this is probably good enough. No, I still need to go back further, don't I? You gotta unbuild those towers, you know? You never know when you have to unbuild those towers. Unbuilding the gate. Was it just bombard tower? Like, did anything happen with these? He actually had 5. I can see only 4. I can see only 4. People telling me my job. Like it's their job to tell them my job. Alright. That's funny. Just gonna stay there. Alright. The bombard creep was not that interesting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you thought the bombard tower creep was interesting or not. I would go with not. Although it is a fun thing to do for sure. Oh my god. The killing with the villagers on the trap, that is funny though. That is amazing. I'll give you that. That's pretty good. I'm happy I rewinded it just to watch that. Sorry, for those of you who want to see the statistics, you can just jump ahead 2 minutes and we will have those statistics up on the screen for you. I like the back and forth, up, down, left, right. You'll be up, they do, up, pushing. You gotta push. You gotta do what you want to. You gotta doop. So when I play games, it's a lot easier for me to cast, obviously, because I know exactly what has happened. But when other people send in games, especially with this crazy of a ordeal going on, a lot harder for me to figure out what is going on. The bombard cannons coming in, absolutely decimating those castles. Oh my god, how many bombard cannons did Mac user just lose over there? That's pretty funny as well. The castle is going to go down. There's no way that they're going to be able to keep repairing that as the bombard cannon creep now comes into the main eco. 350 hand cannoneers. Not too shabby. You can see all the text coming in. Fortified wall coming in very, very early. And I think it was a little bit later for... Wait. Yellow got fortified wall? That's kind of funny. A little bit later for beads. KD 700 to 434. I always like looking at the KD and the military units, and you can see a big spike. This is probably where they broke through and they really had to make a whole bunch of military economy. I don't like this one. I don't know if you guys like this one or not, but personally, I think this one is the best. I enjoy this one. And that is what I was trying to tell you, is that the Victoria payoff is very, very slow, but you're getting more key resources such as stone and gold. Eventually your opponent's not going to be able to get those resources anymore. And that's what this strategy is all about, a slow choke them out in terms of space. I also want to see the APMs. It looks like yellow actually had the highest APMs. Does that translate into his elo? No, he was lower than both Beeves and his ally. And with that, let's take one more look at the map over here. Absolute beauty. Don't let your memes just be dreams. Keep on walking. Popularized out.